Joining us now, New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio.
You giving out donuts, Mr. Mayor?
Yeah, what are you doing to get people vaccinated?
Joe, your devotion to donuts is very impressive. You're like the Homer Simpson of journalism here.
Yes, he is.
I am. And that, as Robert Frost said, made all the difference. So how are vaccinations going in your city?
You know, Joe, we actually are seeing more and more people wanting the vaccine. We did have talking about the situation in France you discussed. We had a hesitancy problem, but it's really greatly reduced. Right now, about 3.3 million vaccinations have been given in New York City since the beginning. We could be doing over 500,000 a week if we had sufficient supply. So that's the crucial reality now. We're very hopeful more supplies come in the next few weeks. We've heard that from the Biden administration, but the demand is there, and we have the ability to get the shots in the arm. So I'm really hopeful.
Yeah, I'm hopeful too. You know, can I just ask you, while we're talking about donuts, what donut shop do you and Andrew Cuomo go to when he comes into the city?
Okay, yeah, that's just
you're going to be searching for that donut shop for quite a while, Joe.
Yeah, we got that.
Some people think, Mr. Mayor, you've enjoyed leaning in on Andrew Cuomo. What?
No, he hasn't enjoyed that. That's ridiculous.
Some people have said,
no,
as Mika always likes to frame things,
no,
that you have enjoyed, when she's actually thinking it, that you have enjoyed leaning in on Andrew Cuomo a little too much. Is that fair?
No, I really don't think it is. Look, what we're dealing with, unfortunately, in the state of New York are really serious issues. We're talking about thousands of people who died in nursing homes and then an admitted cover-up. We're talking about sexual harassment, multiple allegations of sexual harassment and molestation. And these are serious, serious things that have to be brought out in the open and have to be addressed. So I got to tell you, it's been painful, but it has to. We need the truth. And as I've said, I don't think he can continue to govern effectively while we're fighting this war against COVID.
You know, it is interesting watching how the news coverage of Governor Cuomo has moved over the past month or so, that the sexual harassment charges have gained most of the attention, have gained most of the headlines. At the same time, there are a lot of people with dead relatives that are wondering why we're not talking about nursing home deaths as much or more.
Yeah, it's painful. Families lost their loved ones. They still don't know the truth. They know the truth was covered up. That's the only fact they know. What we've got to find out is, why was there a cover-up? Did it have anything to do with the vast amount of campaign contributions that flowed into the governor's coffers from the nursing home industry and from the large hospital industry? And why were these decisions made in a way that obviously led to such horrible, painful outcomes for these families? I mean, imagine if you lost someone you loved, a grandparent, a parent, an aunt, an uncle, and you did not know why. And you had to wonder whether something different could have been done. And by the way, what happens now? What happens in the future? I think we have to approach nursing homes very, very differently in the future. I think we've learned some powerful lessons, but we're not going to be able to make those changes until these issues are addressed.
Okay, let's talk about New York City. What's being done to get everybody vaccinated? What do people need to know? And are there any trouble spots?
Listen, Mika, the demand is amazing. Really pleased about this. And what we did was we decided to go to the grassroots. We've set up vaccination centers in public housing developments, in houses of worship, and community centers all over the 5 boroughs. And that grassroots approach is what works. People need to know a trusted community organization or a person in the community, a leader is associated with it, they feel trust in, and that helps overcome the hesitancy. So what we're seeing is, all over the 5 boroughs, demand rising. Again, 3.3 million vaccinations given from day one, and we're picking up that pace steadily. I'm really hopeful. Our goal is 5 million fully vaccinated New Yorkers by June. We will hit that goal. I'm very confident of that. And that's going to allow us to reopen and energize. I think you're going to see a really active summer. By the way, you talked about tourism earlier. I say to all the folks looking for someplace to go, come to New York City. It's going to be safe. It's going to be exciting. You're going to see a huge amount of cultural activity, particularly outdoors. So something's working and moving forward really aggressively in this city. We're going to have a huge comeback.
Hey, thanks so much for watching our YouTube channel. You can follow up on today's top stories and breaking news, or catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.